Welcome to Netizen News, the show that fills you in on all the latest happenings across Chinese social media. So, on the 19th of November, the Chinese embassy in the UK announced that the number of Chinese students enrolled in British universities has surpassed 150,000. So there are many Chinese students who want to study abroad. In fact, The Economist reported last year that 3 million Chinese people headed abroad to pursue their studies, and that 1 in every 5 international students studying in OECD countries is actually from China. Now, going overseas to get a degree is one thing, but what if those students don't come back? According to the Ministry of Education, a third of these Chinese students, among China's brightest and most talented, don't return. This has led to a situation called the brain drain. So Tucker, what do netizens think of the brain drain? Why do they think Chinese people want to move abroad?
Well, it's certainly a big deal among Chinese netizens. However, their opinions are divided. Some of them criticize those who move abroad for failing to serve their countries. For example, this one criticized that the country nurtured you for many years. Why not come back to serve her? Conditions in the 1950s were bad, but many scientists followed their heart come back to China. So emotional, right? However, there are many netizens who dispute this kind of idea and openly show their desire to move abroad to another country. Like this one comments that if I study abroad, I will not come back to China either. Well, their reasons for wanting to live abroad are various, but the most commonly cited including better career prospects, better living conditions, and the lack of health hazards, including food scandals and air pollution. For example, one netizen comments that what can attract these people to come back is just sky-high house prices, environmental pollution, as well as those great expenses that come as raising kids. When you compare these conditions to that of Western countries, you will not want to come back to China anymore. Similarly, another argues that the USA pays greater attention to those talented individuals and therefore give them better offers.
So not only is China dealing with the brain drain, but now it's also experiencing a wealth drain as many of its richest people are also trying to settle abroad. In fact, the Wall Street Journal reported last year that 64% of China's richest people are either planning to or already emigrating. So do netizens think that the wealth and brain drains will be a big economic problem for China?
Well, many people seem pretty concerned about the consequences of China's minimizing the wealth and talent pools. For example, this one complains that the cost of training a technical professionals is very high. If this specialist goes to work in another country, the receiving country seems to get a high-quality professional without paying any cost. It's not that China has so many specialists. In fact, China just had 100 million people with undergraduate degree. And likewise, one netizen named Huang Xianglin comments that do you know why your hometown cannot be as developed as Beijing and Guangzhou? It is because your hometown is losing its high-quality professionals. However, not all comments are negative. Like Magician says that the wealth drain in China could turn out to be a good thing, narrow the gap between the poor and rich people. Could that be a silver lining?
So the only question to ask is, how can China solve this problem? Well, in September 2015, the government tried to come up with a solution. They eased the application process for the foreigner's permanent residence permit in order to encourage more foreign experts to move over to China. For example, individuals working in the fields of engineering or medicine. So, Tucker, do netizens think this initiative will take off?
Well, to be honest, the majority seem slightly skeptical. The factors including China's environmental situation and high living cost may not be appealing for foreigners. Indeed, one Chinese netizen pessimistically writes that China is incapable of attracting foreign talents. However, many netizens hope that given China's growing economy and increasing business opportunities, the country would be more attractive for Chinese graduates. Furthermore, I believe Graceful really hits the nail on the head by underlining that China should focus on improving its environmental and employment condition to attract more talented people. Nonetheless, professionals should be free to work wherever they choose to. We should not say they are doing something morally wrong.
Okay, so there you go. It appears that there's no quick fix solution to solving China's wealth and brain drains. However, the real answer lies in addressing those long-term problems which have been pushing Chinese people to move abroad, like, of course, the pollution. All right, well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.